Yeah, I hear these niggas when they talking, let them gossip. Protocol, never catch me slipping, tell them watch him. Tunnel vision, move on my way or try to stop this. All black, 0 dark, 30 when we lock in. Yeah, I hear them niggas when they talking, let them gossip. Protocol, never catch me slipping, tell them watch him. Tunnel vision, move on my way or try to stop this. All black, 0 dark, 30 when we lock in. I don't know what these niggas heard, boy, this my shit. Funeral home look like a gathering for the gothic. Outside of your crib like we held somebody hostage. Box shit, aiming at your noodle with a chopstick. She love me but she say she hate the way I make her toxic. Double up on everything I do cause I'm a prophet. Picture me coming to you for help, boy that's nonsense. It's just me and my niggas, everybody know we got this. Watch your tone, you bass, I got something make you high pitch. Thinking he got faith till he run into a scholar. You a goon, he a goblin, tell him I'm a monster. Niggas forget the goal, all I care about is honor. If I say I'm not 2 or not 3, use your logic. Handicap match, get some help and then combine it. He think he big, treat his head just like an ostrich. So many hands and feet like he jumped inside a mosh pit. Yeah, I hear these niggas when they talking, let them gossip. Protocol, never catch me slipping, tell them watch him. Tunnel vision, move on my way or try to stop this. All black, 0 dark, 30 when we lock in. Yeah, I hear these niggas when they talking, let them gossip. Protocol, never catch me slipping, tell them watch him. Tunnel vision, move on my way or try to stop this. All black, 0
gotta tell them till it lock. And these niggas plot and they wanna stop them, they mock and they tryna block. Gonna leave them niggas in the box, then I leave them rot. And it's time to clock in. You hide, then I take your spot, then I guarantee I make it top 10. Ain't no one beside me thinking it's a tie. Leave his stomach in the knot. See if your man think he hot too, give his top 3. And Frank in the booth, niggas can't spot me.
I leave Earth coming back
down, go with my 3. See the sound couldn't catch up, I'm like lightning. I'm here, then I'm gone, leave them scared, so frightening. Up here, then we swarm, ain't fair when we fight team. Me and my team stick together like we signed me. She ain't mind speed, tell her go, shit she might leave. He ain't one West, he a hoe, shit he might leave. Say I'm not a rapper, then again, shit I might be. Nigga know it's live.
Yeah, I hear these niggas when they talking, let them gossip. Protocol, never catch me slipping, tell them watch him. Tunnel vision, move on my way or try to stop this. All black, 0 dark, 30 when we lock in. Yeah, I hear these niggas when they talking, let them gossip. Protocol, never catch me slipping, tell them watch him. Tunnel vision, move on my way or try to stop this. All black, 0 dark, 30 when we lock in.
I got you. Let it vibe real quick. Look. The city eyes. It's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation voltage and fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than an avalanche, way above average. A fiend's taste sweet, told him make me an apple crisp. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Java, come on, man. Dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evanston with Mark Quad. Telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Poke a stop, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, so tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantula. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really see prophets under this banner. Made my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a facility, precious cargo. Spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Hate me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yaradon, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah. pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this that exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is in fact the If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jacob. So I war, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got this gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Six shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you will never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow sign, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my house. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
It's in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember Johanna's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Messed up, no. Bad news, it's to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaselina like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zoc, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like the dark. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shane Sharp. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harper. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. He ain't locked in with the count, and when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. Came them with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war.
West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy, it get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit's gotten retarded since all the dominance of one west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going, I'm off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modify the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when the heat's on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had a nigga spin like a tire, down the D, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because U.P.K. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the feel like Jeepers Creepers. Say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine then. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. U.P.K. top, dawg. Certified Damn! Chilling motherfuckers. Stand over him, shoot him in the face. Like, no. Hey, listen, bro, you don't know me. I be this bitch tripping.
Boy, roundtable of truth. Man, this DA in the building holding it down till Captain Quad get here. You know what I'm saying? I got the mighty man with me. You know what I'm saying? We on Clubhouse as well. I got Officer Yardon with me. You know what I'm saying? I got Officer ZQ in the building with me. Officer Warrior in the building with me. Officer Mayad in the building with me. All the other brothers in here joint. You know what I'm saying? Officer 5000 Kawam Malabak on the ones and twos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know we got a square table, but it's a round table of truth.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So we got some interesting things going on today. You know what I'm saying, Priest? You know what I'm saying? Things going on in the world that we see now, and we know, we've been saying it for a while, that these type of things is going to happen. Right or wrong. Since 1969, the Israelite School of UPK has been talking about what? America going to war with Russia.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We've been talking about, you know what I'm saying, what Christianity was going to do to our sons and daughters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The confusion that comes with Christianity. All of the things, you got leaders. We've been talking about our leaders in the community. Y'all can chime in whenever y'all want to. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking about the leaders in the community for so long because that's what plagues our community. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Captain Tazar, y'all. Captain Contazar, the whole Clubhouse crew. You know what I'm saying? Officer Shapizi, you know what I'm saying, from Houston. You know what I'm saying? These brothers been putting it down. You know what I mean, on Clubhouse. Man, how could I forget? Big up to Commander GEN.YAHANNA.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We just following, you know what I'm saying, what he laid down. It's an honor to be able to be here, man, coming from Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying, up here, me and Officer, you know what I'm saying, ZQ, you know what I'm saying, Zaquan, I want to say his whole name so the earth can know it. Give him some, ladies. You know what I mean? We will be at the Passover, you know what I'm saying, live in effect.
That's right.
The Midwest will be in there, you know what I'm saying. We got Asha I, you know what I'm saying, Officer Asha I at the door, you know what I'm saying. So, I mean, without further ado, unless y'all want to say anything, man, we can get into these topics. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you, Maya, man, in the building, man. You know, number one killer in this joint.
That's right.
100 hands.
100 hands.
Ooh,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all are done with them shirts. If y'all didn't know, y'all are done, you know what I'm saying, for the UPK and Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Been getting these things approved. You know, support the brother. You know what I mean?
I'm right.
You know, you got a warrior in this joint, man. Big mechanic in the house. So let's get into it, y'all.
Man. First story. BlackEnterprise.com. Black militia leader handed 7-year sentence for brandishing weapons at feds during Breonna Taylor's protests.
Salakia, wait. He brandished them at them? Okay, let's look up the word brandish. Does that mean like he pointed it at them? Like, did he point the weapons at them? And if I ain't mistaken, this is the not fucking around coalition.
Sir.
Yeah, okay. I guess they was. They done fucked around and got 7 years. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. Brandishing definition. It's off Google. It's a wave or flourish. Something, especially a weapon, as a threat or an anger or excitement.
Okay, well then yes, he definitely used that was assault with deadly weapons. That's really what that was. Because everybody who's trained and skilled with weapons in the Israelite School of UPK and abroad, outside of everybody who's skilled with weapons who know training, you know you should not nobody should ever come, you know what I'm saying, in between in the path of the barrel. You know what I'm saying? You can't wave your barrel around like that. You have to have, you know what I'm saying, some discipline with these weapons. So you mean to tell me the not fucking around coalition, I can say that on the air, right? Can I say that? That's what they stand for, right? Tell me what is their name?
Their name is the Not Fucking Around Coalition.
Okay, and it's short. What's the abbreviation?
In fact.
Well, in fact, they were, you know what I'm saying, not ready to deal with this type of thing. At the end of the day, their leader is behind bars.
Right.
Now, here's how I want to tackle this whole thing, right? When it comes to their leader, Black people, Hispanic, and Native Indians, we have to make sure that we choose our leaders wisely.
That's right. That's right.
You understand? We can't just put our faith and our soul and our zeal behind every leader that has a voice,
right,
that can speak some damn words that sound good, and it seems like they're sticking up for you. But Commander GEN.YAHANNA been saying this since these cats came on the scene, that these were not the men that you need to follow.
That's right.
Christ said it himself that, you know what I'm saying, even though you're gonna do what you got to do, this ain't no carnal warfare.
Right.
This warfare right here is spiritual.
That's right.
These men with these weapons in the NFAC, of course, in fact, were not the ones that you really needed to follow, because they didn't even understand that any war first starts where?
Within yourself, sir.
Well, of course, yes. They should have been done that. But go ahead. Of course, yes, but okay. There's things that happens right now. You're looking at Russia and America. They're at war with each other, right?
Right.
But are they at war with each other with the guns yet?
Blah.
No. So what's happening first? They playing. They seeing what's happening. They pushing the boundaries with each other. Information wars. They having wars over intel.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And recon, and they scouting, and they planning their moves strategic. Man, you ain't about to just pick up no guns, y'all are not, and go against the one who makes the gun for you. These people got drones, man, that they can fly into your building. A swarm of drones that are unmanned and that can shoot you dead with laser-like precision.
Right.
Go ahead. You gotta raise your hand, man. Just chime in.
So if I could, what you bringing out of so heavy? I really thought these brothers was done. What was it, last year, almost 2 years ago, when they had that big that might have been at the Breonna Taylor protest, where like 5 or 6 of them shot themselves.
That's what the article gonna get into.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The article is about to get into how undisciplined that these brothers are not. And then they had women with them, right?
Right.
They had a woman with them. Yeah. Like, this is not a place where a woman, you don't put what you're going to war about on the front line and dangle it in. That's too dangerous.
Kind of what comes.
Go ahead, read the rest of the joint.
Kind of what comes, sir. Louisville, Kentucky, February 26th. Jam Master J. Johnson,
what?
leader.
Wait, what? Time out. The leader of the NFAC. His name is Jan Master.
Grandmaster.
Oh, I was about to say Jan Master. wait. You know, Grandmaster, that comes from Ku Klux Klan, no? Man, okay. Okay.
If I could, with this clown, so I found out, he ran for president.
Wait, what?
He actually, I believe it was when Barack Obama ran for president. This dude actually had a whole political campaign and went to get his name. He used his legal name. He wasn't Grandmaster J back then. He used his legal name. He has a whole commercial and everything in a suit where he actually attempted to run for president of the United States.
Wow.
Unsuccessfully, of course.
Wow. I'm glad they didn't let that
sir. John Grandmaster J. Johnson, leader of the NFAC, speaks with the NFAC members in a parking lot in an old Louisville neighborhood on February 26, 2021. Grandmaster J is being held on federal charges after allegedly pointing AR-type rifles at Secret Service agents.
Did he know that they were Secret Service agents? I'm quite sure he did.
It's like it, sir. If I could, was making this just showing how much of an idiot he is. He, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he shoot one of his peoples?
Well,
if I'm not mistaken,
I think they're about to get into that in the article. That's why he went to. Is that why he went to jail?
Nah.
Or he didn't go to jail because of that shooting incident, right?
Right.
This is about brandishing the weapon at the federal agents.
Right.
Okay. Secret Service, right?
It's kind of right.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Warrior.
Right. So it's just to show you how step by step how dumb and untrained these people are. They don't have no discipline with themselves. They just going. They just out. Like he gonna get somebody he gonna get somebody hurt.
Right. Well, listen, the Lord didn't want that to happen because I don't get it twisted. In UPK, we don't want our people in the prison at all.
Right.
But obviously, the Lord did not want this man on the streets.
Kind of work out.
I mean, in the end, more lives seem like they're gonna be saved or spared for not falling to the loop of this black hole that this brother was seeping people in. Because it looks tough to have military style weapons. It looks tough to wear the berets and the all black with the vest and all that. But in reality, these are a bunch of fools walking around with guns who don't really even have military experience. Really don't even have an army. That's not really an army. That's just a group of people who have licenses to carry that's going out doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like when we could use them in a different way.
Right.
We can use them to lift up their voices and to stand up against things. We can use them to actually use these men, not the woman. The woman, of course, can be used in a different way to serve the Lord, but the men that were following this brother could have been used in a totally more strategic and a more effective way. You see what I'm saying? Like so now it's just a waste of a brother who has some zeal. Give me that scripture where it say, for they have a zeal to serve the Lord, but not according to knowledge. Like this brother has a zeal for his people, just like Malcolm X had a zeal for his people.
Right.
Martin Luther King had a zeal for his people. Right. You see what I'm saying? Marcus Garvey had a zeal for his people. And Marcus Garvey, he did it better than the NFAC.
Kind of work out.
I mean, he actually did things without picking up military style weapons to try to fight this man. Don't they know that the Bible say that Esau was blessed with the sword? You better, you know what I'm saying, know what you're doing. Throw out a priest. You better know what you're doing.
Kind of work out.
You understand? So who got the scripture? Go ahead.
Romans chapter 10, verse 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God.
They have a zeal of God. What does that mean? They got a power, like they got a zeal to want to serve. They got a zeal to want to be powerful.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like they got a zeal of power. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't. To lead the people.
Right.
I mean, the status, I said, man, you're going to have to, at some point, we just going to need a leader who will not take the bag that sells out our people. I ain't get it twisted. I ain't say not take a bag, but the bag that sells your people out, that's the bag you should not take.
That's right.
And that's the first couple of bags that they're gonna put over your people.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard stories, and I'm a brother who love to hear stories. Whenever I get the chance to, man, I call Commander GEN.YAHANNA, and I just sit and I pick his mind for the history. That way I can know where we came from as a school, the things that happened in the school then, so that if it ever falls on me, oh my goodness, I pray that it doesn't have to fall on me to be the head of their school ever one day, because there's so many other brothers that's so much more better than I am. You know what I'm saying? But if it does, I want to know, where did we come from? So I love these stories. And of course, Commander GEN.YAHANNA have been faced with having to take a bag full of money before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? General Muhammad, you know what I'm saying? All these brothers have been hit with the, hey, take this bag to do this. You know what I'm saying? And if it ever comes to you, you know what I'm saying? If anybody on Clubhouse wants to raise their hand, they can. You know what I'm saying? If it ever comes down to you as an officer, as a priest and an officer in this school, where you get a call or somebody approach you saying that they want to give you a bag to come in here and have you do this and have you do that, they'll find out quickly that this ain't the place for that.
That's right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
And other organizations that the Lord was not in, such as the Crips, the Bloods, the Pyrus, the give me some more, the Gangster Disciples, the Black Panthers,
the Nation of Islam.
The Nation of Islam. They all taking these bags. See what I'm saying? But we can't be the ones to do that. And Commander GEN.YAHANNA, man, has shown us a way, you know what I'm saying, a leader who's worthy to for us to follow.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And in the UPK, we are military, we're army.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we sit at the round table of truth. That's what the round table of truth is all about, to discuss the issues that happen, you know what I'm saying, in the headlines that has something to do with our people.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So, man, we lost a good brother. I mean, we lost a brother who could potentially have done some things in the truth. Keep reading that article if you could.
GEN.YAHANNA. He was arrested for actions taken during a 2020 protest for emergency medical.
Another thing, I'm sorry.
You got that on.
Everybody ain't a leader.
Right.
Everybody ain't got the credentials to be a leader.
That's right.
This is what happens when everybody wants to pop up and be a leader. Same thing we have on a basketball court. We go play 5-on-5. And somebody wants to be Michael Jordan. Nobody want to be Shaq.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Everybody want to be Kobe. Nobody wants to be Robert Horry.
Right.
Man, and self-proclaimed leaders like, man, I hate to get this dude some life, but the General Sarah Sutanseti, who named himself a damn general.
You
see what I'm saying? No,
right.
Nobody in a higher position named him a general.
Mm-hmm.
You got fake Israelite groups calling themselves bishops and generals and the Holy Spirit. Like, nobody ordained this high priest. Brother, nobody ordained that. The high priest, the head priest, then ordained you to be a high priest.
Right.
Commander GEN.YAHANNA could have very well called himself high priest, head priest. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But because he's so humble, you understand? Why do that? Why? What's the point? Let's build this nation up, man, like we're supposed to.
That's right.
And we not fucking around. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go on, God. So like if I could, what you're saying is so heavy, and that's how we know that these men and all these other organizations and groups that you name, and even ones that you had mercy not to name, you know what I mean? That's how we know that those men are not meant to lead our people, because they're seeking the glory.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They want the leadership for selfish purposes. They want to be in the spotlight. They want to get the women. They want the bag. They want the feds to come to them with the bag to sell out our people.
But you got to first sign the NDA.
Right, you got to sign that NDA.
Sign that NDA first. You know, tell them what's under that rug.
And you got to put that T-shirt with fringes on the payment plan, because I heard it costs about 2 G's.
That's crazy.
God with God.
Go ahead.
Out there in the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I've been in gangs and different groups. You know, I've never been in an organization or a school where, you know, it's a requirement to have morality. It's a requirement to follow structures, to follow rules. You know what I'm saying? Out there, you know, like the brother just said, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be the top dog, but nobody want to be the follower.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you come in here to the I.S.U.P.K, the Commander GEN.YAHANNA, and you know what I'm saying? Not only that you got men above you that's, you know, wiser than you can go to them for, you know, help and, you know, and all the above, but also your training, you know what I'm saying, to become that leader, you know what I'm saying, if the day arrives and the day need be.
That's right.
And that's heavy because, you know, in many organizations, that are made up by people that just want to bark orders and give orders. The same people that want to bark them orders will never take them orders themselves, which is why they're not in the UPK.
Right.
They don't want to take the orders from somebody, but they do want to give the orders. And the difference between us and them is this: those men that don't want to do them orders also don't want to do no damn work.
Right.
You understand? But today I'm a young man. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my mid-30s. Commander GEN.YAHANNA is twice my age, and he still outworks me.
Right.
I'm trying to find a way to outwork Commander GEN.YAHANNA. You see what I'm saying? And he is the leader. And then I'm gonna tell you why. It ain't because he wanted to be.
Right.
It's because he does his damn job so well.
Right.
You understand? He just does his job so well that all the way from the 80s all the way up to now, if a man has something bad to say about Commander GEN.YAHANNA, you just a hater.
That's right.
You're just a hater. The work stands for itself. And there ain't too many more obstacles in the way of the UPK before we just push it over. This is a train that will not be derailed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry. Go ahead on that article. Anybody else want to say something?
It ain't no sweat on him.
Go ahead.
He was arrested for the actions taken during a 2020 protest for emergency medical technician Breonna Taylor, who was killed by Kentucky police officers. According to the Louisville Courtier Journal, Grandmaster J was found guilty of assaulting and brandishing a firearm towards state and federal officers.
That's different. Is there more on that?
That's pretty much it.
Let's get back to that scripture before we go to the next joint.
Because
you gotta understand, so many people be so zealous to do things, it could be your own demise. You looking at things in the scripture where it was people that tried to make names for themselves, and they went out to go to war and they died trying to make a name for themselves. And of course, they were zealous because they wanted to do something about what was going on. But in the crossfire, they didn't do it the right way.
Right.
You should come and lend your sword to Commander GEN.YAHANNA and yield. What they say on Game of Thrones? Bend the damn knee.
Right.
Bend the knee to Commander GEN.YAHANNA. That's what you should do.
That's right.
Because if he would have had the counsel that he needed, he would have known better than that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get that joint.
Romans chapter 10, verse 2. For I bear them record that they have the zeal of God, but not according to knowledge.
Now listen, this has been recorded. It's been men in history over and over and over again that we can bear record. Now today we're bearing record. There's a men that what?
Have the zeal of God, but not according to knowledge.
They have the zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. What's that knowledge? The knowledge that prevents you from being a man of wrath. The knowledge that prevents you from being a dummy out here. Knowledge would tell a man that if you don't know all the damn answers, to find someone who does.
Right.
Knowledge would tell you that you out here doing the wrong thing. I know for a fact, the moment that he brandished them damn weapons at those federal agents, he knew that he messed up at that time. He knew it. And he knew charges was coming. He knew it was just only a matter of time. You see what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters, it's time for y'all to, you know what I'm saying, get your mind together. Stop being so damn simple out here. Come into a structure where men have discipline and wisdom and honor and knowledge and structure. Something that you're going to need from men who are battle tested.
That's right.
We don't follow generals who just self-proclaim the name to be generals.
Right.
And then we just follow them. It's like the blind leading the blind. We follow battle-tested men.
Right. That's right.
Men who've been in the trenches, who learn from the mistakes that they don't want you to learn from.
Right.
That lead this damn nation of Israel. So, man, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. And to anybody else out here who don't know, there's a round table you should sit at. I just got to keep dropping the name. The round table of truth is where you should sit at.
That's right.
Don't sit at the round table full of fools, man.
Right.
Don't sit at the round table of fools. Come sit at the round table of truth.
That's right.
That's right.
Damn right.
Go ahead, man. Is there anything else on that? We're gonna go to the next joint.
Yeah.
We got any videos we got to play on anything?
We can hold off on it.
All right, no, so we can hold off on them.
So like I said, if I could say, I would like to pull the scripture, you know what I'm saying, for what you were just saying about, you know, you got to be smart, you know what I'm saying, especially in this day and age. You know, so like the brother brandishing his weapon in front of Secret Service officials. You know them charges is coming.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a nigga in the world that's gonna dodge some charges.
Right.
They coming for sure. You know what I'm saying? But you come into the UPK, man, you gonna learn wisdom. You know what I'm saying? That's the scripture right here, Matthew chapter 10, verse 16.
Somebody grab that for him. Not you, my y'all. You got that going on.
Right.
All right. And again, if anybody on Clubhouse want to raise their hand, let's do it, man. Don't sit up in the Clubhouse doing nothing. Let's get it on. And share the room. We got to share the room. Make sure you keep sharing the room, my y'all.
Come, sir.
You know what I'm saying? To start bringing everybody into these joints, man. You know what I mean?
Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
Right.
But ye therefore wise as serpents.
You know why the scripture saying be ye wise as serpents? Because there's a serpent in one eye. Serpents, you know what I'm saying, avoid unnecessary conflict. You know what I'm saying? Like a snake. You think a snake want to go head first into battle and fight? No, they don't. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do everything possible to get away from the danger, to get away from the conflict.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it's comparing, you know, that's why you got to be wise as a serpent. Keep
going. And harmless as doves.
Like you were saying earlier, so you know what I'm saying, you can't be too quick to rap. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop. You got to think. You know, you got to be harmless. You know what I'm saying? Because in this society, man, you know what I'm saying, it's so quick for a brother or a sister to get gunned down like Breonna Taylor.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? A bunch of brothers, Trayvon Martin, you know what I'm saying, Alston Sterling, you know what I'm saying? All these brothers is dying, you know what I'm saying, for nothing. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's calling us to fish brothers, man. Come bring them in the truth. You know what I'm saying? To change their life and to serve the Lord, man, and become a man of war.
Yeah, I'm right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't picking up guns and going to the White House and trying to kill every official. Nah, the Lord ain't calling us to do that. He's calling us to do something very simple. Just go out to the streets, teach, you know what I'm saying, and just fish our brothers and sisters back into this truth.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Give them a hand.
All right.
And so like if I may, and what you're bringing out is so heavy. And before anybody that hears this broadcast now or in the future get any, you know, bright ideas and they demons start running, Commanding General YAHANNA did not jump up and say, let me be the leader, let me be the leader.
Right.
He was given leadership by the men above him.
Right.
The men around him and the men above him saw fit to have him be the commanding general of the nation of Israel. Right. And he held his post when everything tried to fall apart. That's why he's the leader of our nation right now. You know what I mean? So before anybody say, oh, YAHANNA wanted leader, no, Commanding General YAHANNA never. Commanding General is not a title he gave himself. Right. It's a title he earned going up through the ranks from a young man all the way up to Commanding General.
That's right.
First off, and then second off, that role of leadership of where he is today was given to him. He earned it. He didn't give it to himself. That's one of the most important things I think people overlook. All these other Israelite groups, they leaders put themselves in their position, gave themselves all these high titles, gave themselves all these accolades, when the only man that actually earned the right to be called a leader inside of the nation of Israel today is Commanding General YAHANNA.
If I could also, sir, it just to piggyback on what the brother was just saying, you know what I'm saying? They just asked Nasty Nate on one of his interviews the reason why he didn't stay in the school to where he learned from.
Let me guess why. Got something to do with more than one wife.
he said, I saw so much polygyny.
Mm-hmm. First thing out of his mouth.
So much polygyny.
You hate on that's so gay.
Can
you say that? That's so gay for a man to be even mad at another man for having a lot of wives.
Right.
That spirit can't live in one West. I'm glad it's gone. The Lord in the West to get that up out of here.
Damn right.
It wasn't gonna survive here anyway with Commanding General YAHANNA.
That's right.
That's crazy. You know how gay it is to be sitting here wondering how to stop a man from getting his wife.
Right.
I don't want you to have. And the crazy thing about it is, so many sisters have called me from, and I know I ain't the only one in the UPK that called me for counsel about what's going on in IUIC.
Right.
they are taking men's wives in there, man. They taking them. You understand? And so you can walk in there with your wife. They're gonna tell you don't go in, it's too crowded. Your wife, she can come on in, we got a head cover for her. They're gonna sit down, give her the spiel, all that. In 5 months, they're gonna be kicked you out of there because you ain't gonna conform to the weakness. And then they're gonna say that you're an unrepentant Israelite and that she was made new, which means that she's no longer married.
Wow.
That all of her things were washed away, even her marriage, and now she's eligible, excuse me, to take rod from another man who's secretly probably taking rod from another man.
Right.
And then next thing you know, she end up murdered. And then nobody gives a damn about it.
Right.
Nobody marches for her.
Right.
They will march for Kyrie.
Right.
They won't march for her.
Right.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, tell you right now, the Lord is putting a separation between all nonsense.
That's right.
If it ain't one West, man, don't bring it to this table.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Damn right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. You ready? The brother got a video that he can play online, but he gonna play us the audio of what Jamal Brown was saying.
Okay, John, let's get it. Come on, Jamal. Man, that's a heavy
picture
logo right there.
Like weeds. No, really is. New Birth is the largest land-owning black church in America. Wow. And so my position to my deacons is, why aren't we not raising cannabis? I'll be able to bring in black males. They're able to do it legally. I'm teaching them farming.
Oh my God.
I'm helping them to enhance the ecosystem. This is the kind of conversation. So if the guy, black boy in Bankhead said, they growing weed at the church, where do I join?
Yes.
I don't need no pamphlet for him. I'm looking for people that smell like weed.
Like weed.
Man, y'all already know what to get, man. Get them false prophet scriptures.
Go
ahead and get them. Go to Jeremiah. Let's get to Jeremiah 23rd chapter. Let's get it. Yeah, let's get it, man. Run that back, please. Run that back, man.
Run it back,
one more time.
It's like I said, you can't make this up.
I mean, come on, man.
I'm looking for people that smell like weed. No, really is. New Birth is the largest land-owning black church in America. Wow. And so my position to my deacons is, why aren't we not raising cannabis? I'll be able to bring in black males. They're able to do it legally. I'm teaching them farming.
Oh my God.
I'm helping.
Stop. This is your Christian pastor.
Right.
What did we just talk about? Selling out for the bag.
That's
this is selling out for the bag.
Right.
Now you think they go to seminary school and don't know that smoking is evil?
Right.
You think they don't? So then what, man, give me the scripture where it says, trim not thy ways to seek love. This is crazy. And then give me the scripture that says, for the root of all evil, for money is the root of all evil. This is craziness. Never would I ever thought that I'd ever hear a Christian the Christian church is done now. They think that this is about to be they come up. Right. This is about to be the demise of the Christian.
Damn right.
There's some people that really do genuinely love God and would and when they hear this, they're going to be disgusted and they're going to be trying to figure out, if God is not in the church, then where is he really? And then you going to be on the streets telling the truth.
Damn right.
So like I said, if I could though, this brother, he took over for Eddie Long, whose congregation had left due to the allegations, but they came back to a child molester.
Right.
So these people right here, they done seen every side of Christianity can show, and they stand firm with their leader. Creflo Dollar told them, because Creflo said some of them tried to come over to his church. He said, he's like, no, go back and follow your leader.
Whatever happened to being a shepherd? Whatever happened to being a shepherd for the straight sheep? Hey man, Captain Mall quiet in the building.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But he is in the building, y'all. But man, that is hilarious. And so yeah, at this point, Creflo was right. Y'all stand on that.
Yeah, calm.
Stand on that, man. At the end of it, go ahead. Man, let's get to it. Let's get to the precept real quick. Because you know Cap finna come in here and start banging. Once he hear these stories, he gonna be, yeah, man, this is crazy.
Kind of because, like, you know, with these passages, what you just brought out, you know what I'm saying? You know, they went from Eddie Long Church to try to go to Creflo Dollar, and you know what I'm saying? What they're doing is they further destroying the people. Man, you know what I'm saying? And they scatter. You know what I'm saying? I got the scripture.
Let's get it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. It says, "Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture."
Man, what is woe? Woe is destruction.
That's right.
Like at the end of the day, like I said, they think that this is going to be something that's going to build them up. This is about to be something that destroys them entirely.
Damn right.
They're going to have to get rid of the Bible. They're going to have to. They're going to have to, because what you bringing out on the streets is proving that these men are liars. Right. They're just going to have to get rid of the Bible altogether and just say what every Christian does with the Christian shuffle. What's the Christian shuffle, y'all? Well, this book was just only made for stories from back in the day. It's a man-made book, but I thought you was a pastor.
Right.
Don't you supposed to be believing in God? Aren't you supposed to be the man to articulate to the people how we should serve God? And you're telling us that, man, give me the scripture where it says a wicked man digging up evil. That's what we should have went in the first place.
Right. So like it, sir, according to Creflo Dollar, he was reading the Bible wrong for 30 years.
Man, come on. Had it wrong the whole time. The whole time.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I'm not sure, sir. And we on Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. Big shout out to Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? Glad to be here with my brethren a little bit late. You know what I mean? Where we at with it? Let's get into it.
Man, Cat, one of the most craziest stories I've heard.
Be drinking, man. You know, it's a night, it's a special occasion.
That's right.
It's like I think he need to hear it again.
Yeah, he might.
Wait, what's going on?
Come on with it. Come on with it. Play if you could play it over. Craziness out here.
What we getting into, huh?
Man,
before you play it, what's the topic? What we at?
The Christian church then said that it was all right. That they ready to they got so much land to their church. They got the most land attached to their church in the whole United States, and they ready to start opening up cannabis growing operations there. And that this would be the best way to fish young men off the streets to come. They don't even need a pamphlet no more.
Christian church.
The Christian church said
this. I'm looking. What particular church is that? They gonna have a lot of
Eddie Long. This Eddie Long old
former church.
Go
ahead.
They growing it.
I'm looking for people that smell like weed.
They got to be.
No, really.
You can't just grow it and keep it. You got to sell it to the dispensaries. They're becoming drug dealers.
Well, I mean, everything else is going on. You know, big shout out to Commander Jenny. I got the.
I'm looking for people that smell like weed.
Holding this truth down for 40-something years, because without it, you know what I'm saying, the only thing that we would have left is Christianity. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it if we didn't have this truth.
Man.
Only thing we would have is Christianity to turn to.
Right.
Only thing we would have to turn to is Islam. All these different religions. You see what I'm saying? Now they might as well start getting hot. They might with church on Sunday, they might as well the reverend might as well, before he kick off the sermon, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and light one. You might as well. I mean, ain't no use of fronting that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing but sinning going on up in there anyway. It ain't nothing but holes in there. It ain't nothing but,
thieves and gay people, and
drug dealers. That's what drug dealers go to church on Sunday as well.
You know what
I'm saying? Ain't nothing but homosexuals in there. That's what I wanted to say, but you got to watch what you say. I don't want to get the Black Watch shut down. But I mean, they doing everything anyway. You know what I'm saying? They might as well just come out and be who they are. Is this the tape that's about to play right now? Come on, let's get into it.
For people that smell like weeds. No, really is. New Birth is the largest land-owning black church in America. Wow. And so my position to my deacons is, why aren't we not raising cannabis? I'll be able to bring in black males. They're able to do it legally. I'm teaching them farming.
Oh my God.
I'm helping them to enhance the ecosystem. This is the kind of conversation. So if the guy, black boy in Bankhead said, they growing weed at the church.
Yeah, I hear him.
Where do I join?
Yes.
I don't need no pamphlet for him. I'm looking for people that smell like weed.
I mean, I can't even. I don't even take a sip on that. Yeah, but did you hear the music?
In the music in the background, ka-doom-doom.
Listen, I mean,
yeah,
man. I mean, at the end of the day, at this point, you have got to know that the Christian church is Satan. Come on, give me that scripture.
So like I said, I got it.
So like, you got it.
Nah, so like I got Isaiah 56 and 10.
read Isaiah 56 and 10, and then give me Corinthians where he said transform into an angel of light.
Right.
Read
Isaiah
right
chapter
there.
56 verse 10.
Go ahead.
His watchmen are blind.
His watchmen are what?
Are blind.
You know what it is to be blind? How in the hell you hear what the Lord is saying? This is a metaphor. How is it that a watchman is supposed to watch over the city?
Right.
It's supposed to be a protector of the people.
Right.
But the Lord say his watchmen are blind. Read on.
They are ignorant.
They are what?
They are all ignorant.
They don't have the knowledge of the Lord. Right. If black leaders, you know what I'm saying, black politicians had the knowledge that the Most High wanted them to have, black people wouldn't be so destroyed as we are.
Right.
That's right.
We destroyed. You understand? Like I said last week, we like a person that get beat up every day, face lumped up. Basically, you got a pumpkin head. You ever seen somebody with a good old fashioned pumpkin head before? And then you look in the mirror and you say, you thinking that you still look like Billy D. Williams. You see what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you got a full out pumpkin head. So you'll say something is wrong with this person. Right. That's us as black people. Right? Our leaders are blind, man. Right. They don't know what road to take you. Because you imagine following a blind man. Instead of you walking the blind man across the street, he walking you across the street. Can you imagine that? What would happen to you?
That's insanity.
Right.
You getting hit.
So if you follow a blind man, the fact that you following a blind man across the street would say, what about you?
You stupid.
Right. You see what I'm saying? You stupid. And that's what we have become in this kingdom. Right. Following these Christian pastors, this is what lead to broken homes. Right. This is what lead to our sons murdering each other. This is what lead to our daughters becoming strippers, following these leaders here. And now he talking about it ain't the cannabis. Once again, it ain't no saying the Lord. This is a natural plant that comes out of the ground. Right. But like anything, is what you do with it. Right. It's just like paint. You know what I'm saying? Paint is meant to be used for walls. Right. But you got white boys sniffing paint. You see what I'm saying? That now you ain't using it for the purpose that it's meant for. Right. You get what I'm saying? Go ahead, y'all.
If I could, sir.
Go ahead.
And to bring it home to that he not trying to use it for the medicinal purposes.
Yeah.
He elaborates that he wants the brother coming in that smell like the weed.
That's the point. So you know what I'm saying?
You smell like the weed, that means you've been blowing.
And then listen, they coming in. I hate to tell them, they've been coming in like that. They've been coming in the church like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't that's why he's saying we might as well just start going in here. Everybody getting out, man. Go ahead,
man. When I was in the world, man, I was to go to church high and leave church high. And I go in the parking lot and blow and come right back in there for the concert.
Yeah, right.
So of course, I mean, come on, and they know all that money where it's coming from. Cap. I got the perfect scripture if I may pull it for you.
Man, let's finish this one here.
They are all dumb dogs.
They are all what?
Dumb dogs.
Our leaders are dumb dogs. Martin Luther King, I hate to tell you, Martin Luther King was a dumb dog.
Right.
He told black people, let's hold hands. with white people and sing Negro spirituals, and one day a little black girl gonna be with white boys, and so on and so forth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And one day we were just gonna be one big rainbow coalition.
Right.
Now you look in 2000. Martin Luther King wasn't around. He wasn't around for the crack era, was he? You see what I'm saying? He wasn't around for the 90s when black men was being rushed off to prison like something you would not believe.
Right.
He wasn't around for that. You see what I'm saying? So I guess that dream that he so-called had never came into fruition.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because that ain't what the Lord wanted.
Right.
You understand? If you believe in God and you believe God is about peace, then America ain't peace. Peace for who?
Right.
Ain't damn sure ain't peace for so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Read.
Go
ahead.
They cannot bark.
They what?
They cannot bark.
You hear that? You buy a dog, you buy a guard dog. What is the guard dog for? You understand? You at home in the bed sleep, the dog in the yard, an intruder coming, the dog supposed to bark and go crazy.
Right.
Instead, black leaders, an intruder come in the backyard, the dog lay down. The dog lay down, look at the intruder, don't say nothing. The intruder, instead of the dog biting the intruder and warning you, he throw him a piece of meat. He go, the dog, you say, this is a dumb dog here. The dog ain't doing what he's meant to do. You see what I'm saying? Man, listen. That's why it's time to turn to the Lord, man.
That's right.
Managing NYAHANNA is the leader for black people.
That's right.
Right. Keep pushing it on this podcast. Keep pushing it in the street.
That's right.
Keep pushing it everywhere. Every which way that we done tried to follow as black people has not worked. Whether it was religion, whether it was joining a gang, I hate to say it, cripping and blood ain't the way.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Vice Lord, GD, we done tried every avenue that it was to try to reach success, and we haven't reached it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Read on, man.
Go ahead. Sleeping.
What?
Sleeping. Lying down.
You can drop that. What you got?
Oh man, kind of. I mean, because I know you had the you made a point of saying it ain't we ain't got the beef with the marijuana plant with the cannabis.
Right.
It's what you doing with it.
That's
like
the point.
You know what I'm saying. So I immediately the scripture popped up in my mind. Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 27. Proverbs 16 and 27 says, "An ungodly man diggeth up evil."
An ungodly man do what?
Diggeth up evil.
It ain't the fact that he digging the plant out the ground. It's the fact why he's digging the plant out the ground. Digging up plants, cocaine. Once again, these things have even heroin. It has a purpose, but it ain't meant for you to put it in no pipe and smoke it. It ain't meant for you to put it in no cigar and smoke it. Now, once again, the white man has used this as a pacifying tool for so-called blacks and Hispanics. I mean, you got it, man. We're in one hell of a condition in this place. We've been in slavery for 400 years. We've been, no home structure. Do you know what it is to live in poverty in the richest country in the face of the world? It ain't like we're in poverty in some third world country where even the rich people ain't that rich. We've been in poverty in America doing that. I don't even understand how we even made it through the 80s and the 90s.
Sir.
60s, 70s with all that
60s and all of that. But the 80s and 90s, I just remember as a child, y'all around. It was like everybody was walking. Everybody's parents was zombies. Go ahead.
They called it the Walking Dead back then.
Yeah.
They like the literal Walking Dead in the 80s and 90s.
Damn right.
Still see it today.
Damn right. And why do we say the Walking Dead? Because everybody's mama, grandmother, auntie, uncle was cracked the hell out. Like a lot of you young cats y'all wasn't around for that era. You understand? Now this the weed. This the what era is this?
Opioid, actually.
Opioid.
Now they all peeled out.
Lacing the weed. What else they doing?
That lean.
Whatever they call it. Back then, it was crack. You see what I'm saying? And when that crack, they was coming to listen. Your family member who you love would take your most valuable item and it'll be gone. So you had a Nintendo back then doing that. You had an Atari. That Atari is in the box. You understand? Like your loved one did it, and what it did was it made our people heartless towards one another. Not just the person who stole the item that goes to get the drug, but the cat who's selling the drug. You understand? Like you selling people you selling your own people something that you know is eternally killing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And brother, we went through that and had to suffer that in this country. Then on top of that, we walking around like a man General Howard. On top of that, you walking around with no goddamn identity. Right. On top of all of that, how are you even still functioning like Hispanic and Native Indian man? It only got to be by the hands of God. That's right. We got to be God's chosen people, because had this been done to anybody else, you'd have been wiped off the earth. Remember, the white man went to Australia and wiped them Australians out. Always was do the research. So it was one cat left, and then they murdered him too. See what I'm saying? Right. Like, how the hell you take a whole race of people off the earth? I don't even understand it. One you would think they had mercy on one last cat. You know what I'm saying? They murdered him to show you that the white, and we don't have no problem saying it. You can't shut us. The white man is the devil. Right. Singing and basically talking about things that ain't gonna benefit black people, man. And here, that's why we got this podcast. That's why the UPK out there, we got like 20, 30 goddamn podcasts. That's why we on Clubhouse. We on these different things because platforms. We on these different platforms to bring out the truth, because that's what the truth is, the medicine that our people need at this point in time. You understand? Who's reading?
We was playing the video.
Y'all still playing the video?
We done on that. That's
okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna say, so like I said,
go ahead, bro.
You know, they bring out, the weed, like you said, everything has a purpose. So like, you taking certain medicines, you dread the day that you get off that medicine. But they never dread the day to get off weed. They never dread the day to get healed. It's like, I want to continue to be sick. You don't take penicillin all, just okay, I'm just continue to take.
But you know what it is, and once again, we ain't making no excuse for nobody to take the drugs. But now just remember all the things that I just went over about what we suffer here. So you got to get high. Right. You understand? Like you wake up in America as a black man, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got no choice but to sell something that you know killing your people. Right. So every time you sell a crack, you look at this cat like, if you got any type of heart, sometimes you don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? But if you got any heart and you're selling something to this cat, you're like, man, it's a horrible thing. You understand? Can't get no job. It's just all these things is for the police just shot you the other day. Your best friend went to jail for a crime he didn't do. Right. So all these things, you ain't got no choice but to get high. You see what I'm saying? Like the drug is to pacify the pain. Right. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Right. That's why all them cats, I'm coming to you, that's why all them cats from the military went to Vietnam, fought the war, to nothing. Right. What in the hell you think? They gonna smoke, whatever if they can smoke a tree branch, they gonna smoke it. You see what I'm saying? And so now, what is the only thing that'll take the people off of the drugs? Is the truth. That's right. That's why it's, you know what I'm saying? That's why we big up Commander GEN.YAHANNA for holding on to this thing. Now we found out we told people. Now we found out that God is the book of the niggas. Right. You can take that holy Bible off of there and put the book of the niggas on it. Perfect. I think that's what I'm gonna do to my body. I'm scratch out the holy Bible and put the book of the niggas. And the God of the niggas, the God of the niggas and the niggas book. Something I don't know. See what I'm saying? Like that made me stop getting high. I ain't got high in 12 years. That's right. I used to smoke all the weed in the world. Morning, noon, and night. I couldn't do nothing without getting high. See what I'm saying? 12 years. Ever since I came into the youth, I ain't even thought about it. I have thought about it. I had been all in my dreams. That's my dreams. I didn't get high. I ain't gonna lie to you. You see what I'm saying? But 12 years clean. You understand? All because of this truth. Finding out what God is a nigga. Finding out what the blacks is the Jews. Finding out what that the kingdom of heaven is become is for us. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's the most beautiful thing of it all? Is to find out that one day white people gonna be picking cotton. That's right. You see what I'm saying? You know that we came from. We are royal people. That's why you always hear black people talk about We gods in there, we kings and queens. Because instinctively, we know that we are people of royalty. Instinctively, we know that we better than these other people, but we just don't have the exact knowledge. You see what I'm saying? But now we got the exact knowledge. That's right. We understand, and so imagine coming from royalty and then come to America and be picking cotton. That's the Lord bringing you to a low state. Huh? You understand? Where we at?
If I could, you got to get it. It's damn near like that. Now,
another water
because of brothers like Commander Johanna yourself. For a man like me to see
Commander Johanna the general, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
So you right. I appreciate the love. I just want to make sure you recognize the general. I don't want nobody thinking I'm trying to be better than nobody at all. Understand? Go ahead, brother.
But of course, just the men that we can look up to, especially coming up out of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like I was able to look at men like y'all and say, okay, they can do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that's tangible that I can touch and say, okay, they can do it, I can do it. You see what I'm saying? It's not no pipe dream like basketball and becoming a drug dealer. You know how many actual drug dealers actually became rich and successful? The majority of them didn't. They're locked up now. You know how many boys who pick up a basketball and never become successful? It's just dreams. But to see brothers like Commander Johanna, the generals, the captains, yourself, all these brothers that war, to be able to see y'all do that, it turns it into something that, okay, I can do this too. Then you got the Christian church on the other hand. Like that scripture that you just broke down about the blind. Okay, they didn't see how bad drugs, I don't care what drug it is, anything we use then turned out bad for us. They put us in the system. Now they want us to be back in the system. Damn, it seemed like they want us to be back in the cotton field because now they want us to be back on farm, farming the damn weed, doing what? Because now you smoking weed, this becomes your job. You ain't getting no other job. I don't care how legal weed is in here. On that, you got to go pee. You got to pee. You just shut down all your ways.
Or a felony. Kind of a felony. I mean, they damn near knocking you out of society. You gotta when you sign an application, you got to lie on the application. How do I know? Because I done did it 100 times. And every time I did it, you know what I'm saying? A month into working the job, I'm getting a tap on my shoulder. Mr. Sims, I need to see you. As I'm walking to the office, I already know this. I'm saying to myself, I might as well just go to the locker and just go home. Because I know what's about to go down.
And then what you're saying is so heavy, Cap, because niggas who do get felonies, they have to go to the temp agency for a job that's only temporary. You understand? To where they can't be there, year after year after year. So they going from temp agency to temp agency.
That's the thing, man. Listen, that's the beautiful thing about the truth. No matter what slave, we call them slaves. Our job, we work out in the world. Whether it's a garbage man, post office man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That ain't really your job, man. You know what I'm saying? Your job is fixing your people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We got jobs like Commander Johanna is employing to go out there and do the job nobody wants to do. Nobody want to go into DC. Deion Sanders. Y'all know I can wait to prime time. You understand? Like he wasn't equipped. He ain't equipped to do the job. These rich niggas, you keep looking at, and they not. They fail you every time. You can say them say stuff or do something like, damn, okay, I'm gonna get behind this cat. He black and he radical. And they disappoint you every time. Why do they disappoint you? Because they're not in the truth.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? This brother right here, they call him in the world murder. Okay? And listen, that wasn't for just no reason. You see what I'm saying? But now we pull murder into the truth. You see what I'm saying? You look at the UPK. Go ahead.
It was murder.
Murder.
That murder was too close to that the homosexual little show that they were doing.
It's a lot.
Oh man, no.
Yeah, murder. You see what I'm saying? And so this is what we do. We pull gang. The UPK is meant for gangbangers. It's meant for drug dealers. It's meant for cats who come from the cats you hate in the world the most. This is home. You see what I'm saying? You don't pull up I.S.U.P.K is the official gang. You understand? That means, you know what I'm saying, we taking over blood and crippin'. We on the 100 side tonight. I hope you're listening to it. We gang banging. We gang banging the UPK. You understand? We vice Lord and get in and hit. Right. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. You want to get rid of that lifestyle and come join the realest gang on the face of the earth. Yeah, I should be if you listen, if you don't, you're gonna get ran over anyway. Right. You ever done?
If I could,
Go ahead.
I just wanted to state that that Jamal Bryant, of course, he an idiot. You know what I'm saying? He gonna what all the Christian pastors already is thinking. You know what I'm saying? He gonna say exactly what they already been doing since the beginning or the inception of Christianity, which is appease the people who what they want to do and let them know that they can continue to do whatever they is. The difference of the I.S.U.P.K is when you come up in here, all your gang banging away, all your drug dealing ways have to go out the window when you come in these doors.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And they trying to get to trick you into there for one, and then say it's cool for you to live your lifestyle and still be up in here and just bring that money.
That's the point. Yeah, y'all down there. They want you to be what? A hypocrite. Right. You know, they want you to, put on that cross. You know what I'm saying? And wear nice. That's what Christians do. They wear nice clothes, soft clothes, talk to use godly words, and never cuss. You know what I'm saying? Right. You think that that woman in that church wearing that big hat don't never cuss? Let her get home with it. Cut that husband out.
Right. Check out Kirk Franklin.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. He wasn't Kirk then. I mean, stop it. Christians, man. Once they, with behind closed doors, I mean, they gonna do what they do.
Go ahead. Like I say with Chevy, even Creflo Dollar. I don't know if y'all remember back in the days, he beat his daughter up and choked her out because she wanted to go out and hang out in the town in Atlanta. Yeah. He said he saw all red and blacked out. The next thing he know, he in handcuffs. Right. Because he didn't beat the brakes off his daughter and choked her out.
What's going on?
No, I was holding this. I want to bring out a scripture pertaining towards what Officer Gardown was bringing up. About how a lot of these young cats is out here in the streets turning to Christianity, believing that removing themselves from weed is
Before
like.
You pull up, give me that one in Corinthians.
I got it, sir.
Give me that.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14.
Come on with it.
And no marvel, for Satan himself.
This right here is the perfect precept for you understanding the Christian church. Read it from the top one more time.
Come. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14.
Go ahead.
And no marvel.
And what?
And no marvel.
That means don't be amazed. Read.
For Satan himself.
For what?
Satan himself.
Read.
Is transformed into an angel of light.
You see that? How in the hell could Satan be transformed into an angel of light? Right. When Satan, you know what I'm saying? This Satan talking about the so-called white man. That angel being transformed into Satan being transformed into an angel of light is talking about that picture of white Jesus that you see. Right. You know what I'm saying? That cat right there is white Jesus all over the earth. Meanwhile, this cat was a homosexual. Right. You see what I'm saying? And the cat that painted him was a homosexual. Right. That's why the Lord say transform into an angel of light. Right. Why do we say that? Because not just him being painted, not the fact that he's just a homosexual, but he represents a religion that is destructive to our people. Right. And Christianity, what? You can do and be whatever you want. All you got to do is ask God for forgiveness. Right. You see what I'm saying? You can commit whatever sin that you want. All you got to do is, you know what I'm saying, ask God for forgiveness. What else Christians tell you? Pray on it. You know what I'm saying? Dump yourself in the water. Go ahead.
They tell you to ask God to remove taste from your mouth.
No. You see what I'm saying? Or they tell you nobody perfect. Right. You could just be as wicked as you want. All this right here is represented by that picture of white Jesus. That's why the Lord say he's transformed into an angel of light.
Verse 15. Therefore, it is no great thing.
If Satan is transformed into an angel, like Satan be representing wickedness, if he's transformed into an angel of light, then don't be amazed by this either. Read.
Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers, ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness.
As a what?
Ministers of righteousness.
Meaning these cats that's in the Christian church, they ain't following the Most High.
Right.
They ain't following Christ. The Most High in Christ is righteous as hell.
That's right.
They ain't following that. You know who they following? Satan.
Right.
The so-called white man.
Right.
Why do we say that? Because you just the brother just played a videotape of him saying he want the weed heads to come sit in the church. Not so he could fix them. They have an opportunity to spread that wickedness, you know what I'm saying, again, of being a dope head in the damn church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why do you think the church is full of homosexuals? Right. Because they allowed to spread that homosexuality in the Christian church. Right. Why do you think women who basically hate men, the church is full of, you know, these women are monsters, man. Right. The worst thing that you can get is a woman that goes to the Christian church. She is a full out monster. Why? Because she's being taught that by that pastor that's sitting up there and that on top of that pulpit with them alligator shoes, transforming this woman into a monster.
That's right.
Making her believe that what? If a man ain't got no money, he ain't a man.
Right.
And that is the most wickedest mentality you can have, because the black man is being persecuted every day in America. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what? It's going to, sometimes you got money, sometimes you got money, sometimes you don't. Money comes and goes. Right. Brothers may get a job, he may lose a job. We're in America. Right. You see what I'm saying? The man don't have a particular amount of money, don't have it, not a man. You are making it, you are turning that woman into a monster. Right. They learn all that garbage in the Christian church is wicked as hell. That's right. That's why the Lord say, don't be amazed that his ministers are like represent Satan as well. You know?
Whose end shall be according to their works.
Whose what?
Whose end shall be according to their works.
They end is meaning God, the judgment that the Lord is going to bring on them. These churches, man, are going to be destroyed. Not only are they going to be destroyed, the Most High is going to kill these pastors for what they're doing in these churches.
Right.
You understand? Where we at? That's it. Maya.
So what you bring out so heavy? A prime example of that is the former pastor of that church that's about to sell weed, Eddie Long. The Lord destroyed him according to his works. Eddie Long was molesting boys up in that church, and he died of AIDS. You know what I mean? So the Lord, that scripture right there for the church that don't want to believe in the Bible and don't want to believe, that prophecy came true in front of that whole congregation's eyes, and now they're about to follow a drug dealer.
And once again, your pastors every Sunday, they're not teaching you the Bible.
Right.
They teaching you, you know what I'm saying, what they've learned from the so-called white man.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? They got, in order to be a pastor, you got to go to school and get your, what is it called? Your theologian degree. You understand? The theologian, you know what I'm saying, is a sect of the Roman Empire. What in the hell do the Romans being murdered incorporated? What in the hell do the Romans have to do with the Bible? Right. Like you black people going and joining these sororities, these Greek sororities. You know what I'm saying? Fraternity, sororities, fraternity, whatever. You understand? So the Greeks were disgusting.
Right.
You understand? So initially, who you following is the Roman and the Greeks.
Right.
In that church, you don't even know.
That's right. So
Go ahead, you got it.
If I could, sir, what you just said was exactly, you know what I'm saying, especially with these Christian pastors. You know, like you said, they learning from the white man. You know what I'm saying? And the white man whole agenda is wiping out the masculinity of black men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? They make the women in these churches monsters and whatnot. And then, you know, say
and what we mean by monsters, right? A monster is a woman that acts masculine.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like a woman is supposed to be what? Sweet.
Right.
Soft.
Right.
I'm gonna say a word, black women that make black women turn. Right. They submissive.
Right.
The Lord made you to be submissive. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Oh God.
You tell black women, you ever see them talk? I have a hard time. I gotta, you know what they all say? I gotta submit to somebody that's worth.
Right.
Okay, I understand that, but okay, you done went through 16 dudes.
Right.
You went through 16 men. Right. None of them was worth submitting to. Right. here's the real issue. You wasn't gonna submit to him, none of them anyway.
Right.
Because you don't even understand what the hell submission is.
Right.
You think, you know what I'm saying, submission is, you know, you being you doing it when it's comfortable to do it. Right? Like a cat, if a cat, he got to be damn near Superman for you to submit to. I mean, he got to have $100,000 job, drive a Benz, and have you sit in the house so you ain't got to work a job. Then you don't even submit then. So really, you ain't gonna do it anyway. You see what I'm saying? We have to be re-taught all over again what it is to be children of God. You see what I'm saying? To be men of God, you have to be taught. You ain't gonna learn it in the church. You see what I'm saying? You got to come to a place that's gonna tell you the truth about yourself. The truth of who you are as an individual in order for us, you know what I'm saying, to be children of God. You understand? Where we at with it? That's it? All right, no swear. What we got over here? What's the next story?
Deion Sanders.
Y'all ready to go on that?
Yeah, come on.
Right, y'all ready to a short time. All right, let's get the story. We got it. We got it. Come on. We'll read the story. I can read it. Go ahead.
Deion Sanders received backlash for leaving HBCU for Colorado.
He received what?
Backlash.
What he thought? Black people was gonna be happy? You know, Deion, you deserve some backlash, huh? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Okay. On the surface, I get it. You know, the sports, he went for a job and paid more money. You know what I'm saying? Colorado's facility is much better than Jackson State's facility, of course. But Deion, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of leaders that black people have, we world famous for turning sports figures into our leaders. You see what I'm saying? As they people to look up to, right? But Deion, in that, he taught black people a bad lesson on what it is to sacrifice.
That's right.
No Jackson State ain't gonna have the same thing that Colorado got. I believe that the difference, if you look at the value of the university, I think Jackson's like $30 million. Meanwhile, the value of Colorado was like in the billions, like 50 billion. So you're talking about 30 million compared to $50 billion. There's no comparison. You see what I'm saying? And so let's get some more of the story.
If I could, even more information came out to where even Colorado though don't even have the money to pay Deion.
So they say. You understand now? You must remember the white man is the devil at the bottom of space. All that right there is just, you know, that's cheese on top of the steak.
They asked the head coach, or whoever, the dean or whatever, Colorado. They said, you know, under the salary and everything, you don't have the money yet to pay Deion. What you gonna do? He said, you know, I know I don't have the money yet, but I'm going to get it.
Well, they gonna get the money. You understand? Because even if Colorado ain't got the money, the white man got the money.
That's
This is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like this cat right here was about to change the whole landscape of college football. He's about to start having these recruits, like in the major recruits, bring in money. When you look at, have you seen the facility at Colorado? You should look at it when he went up there. It's state of the art. They put damn near $1 billion into building the whole joint in Colorado, right? Colorado used to be a powerhouse back in the day. Who made Colorado football famous? Was it the white coaches standing on the sideline, or was it the running backs and wide receivers that played for Colorado? We the one that, like the top recruits, is the one that put people in the seats. So if the top recruits start coming to Jackson State and start going to these other black colleges, then the white universities lose money.
That's right.
You understand? So yeah, he's saying that they ain't got the money, but he know they gonna get the money because the whole play was get that nigga right there out of the hands of the HBCU.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? The same way, you know what I'm saying? They went and got Jackie Robinson.
That's right.
That's right.
It's just the same. That's why we tell you the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks.
That's right.
Once again, you black people keep looking for the devil underground with a pitchfork and a red face. Meanwhile, this devil was walking the face of the earth.
That's right.
And he know you. He know you. But he know all he got to do is just put a trinket in front of you, and like a dog, you gonna go for the goddamn trinket.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
I just looked up right now how much money does the University of Colorado have. The proposed FY 2020-2021 current fund budget totals 1.86 billion. The total funds budget is comprised of the following. The education and general budget totals $891.2 million.
You see that? You see that? So they ain't hurting for that little 30 million they got. Deion, you think they ain't got that?
Right.
Man, they gonna come up with that money, y'all.
Right.
But the whole, they ain't listen. It didn't matter what university. As long as they pull that nigga up out of them agents.
That's right. That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Am I y'all?
It's like, so I was watching Commander GEN.YAHANNA show, and they brought out a heavy thing about this whole thing. The average college coach, college coaches are getting $75,000 a year. That's the salary to be a college football coach around the country.
Right.
Deion from Jackson State was getting $3 million. Now he about to get $30 million. You know what I mean? While the average coach, every other coach around the country is making $75,000 a year.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just said, the white man is the devil. It's just another opportunity to put, enmity amongst black people. You know what I'm saying? Any way to sow discord and hate one another, that's a whole other opportunity. Like, guess what? Black people want to, you know what I'm saying, on a whole other scale, hate Deion Sanders for the Colorado.
Yeah, and the reason why, once again, that Deion is getting the backlash, he ain't getting the backlash from all black people.
Right.
He getting the backlash from poor black people that's looking for a savior.
Right.
And the thing of it is, I got the only fault that we have for poor black people is stop looking at these rich celebrities as a savior.
That's right.
You already got a savior, man. Your savior is in that Bible. You know what I'm saying? A black man ain't Jesus Christ.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He taught us sacrifice. Why? Because Christ gave his life, and by Christ giving his life, he allowed us all the opportunity to be able to come back to the Most High.
That's right.
Because if it wasn't for Christ, none of us would be here. We were all going to be worthy of death in our sins. But Christ gave up his life and taught us what true sacrifice is about. You see what I'm saying? Right. So black people, it's a divide with black people. A lot of black people say, man, he should have took the money. Right. He should have did. He's better off doing that. But there's a lot of black people that's giving him backlash. But go to show you it's a split amongst our people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what needs to happen. Once again, in order for us to get to where we need to be, we got to have a civil war amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? It's a civil war amongst poor, you know what I'm saying, and amongst poor black people, and a civil war amongst rich black people.
Right.
He getting the backlash from poor black people who looking for something positive. Huh? You see what I'm saying? They just looking for something positive. Right. So, go ahead.
If I could, I know, it's a lot, but I'm looking at how much Alabama, of course, Alabama is a place where you get top recruits, black athletes that go to Alabama, and they fuel the economy. Trust me, I know, I'm from Alabama. They fuel the entire state. The University of Alabama runs the entire state of Alabama. It's like having a NFL team, but you don't. It's a college team. They generate so much money. I'm looking at how much money they paying Nick Saban. They paying him $93.6 million for an 8-year contract. That right there shows you how much money that, of course, and I'm saying if Deion Sanders would have stayed where he was at, he didn't even know the wave that he was about to do. So many black athletes that are retired that can come back and play college, coach college football for HBCUs, and then they're gonna take all these top recruits that's coming from Alabama. It was a lot of them already thinking about.
Listen, TV contracts was coming. It's just, once again, it's just like the Negro League. They had to destroy the Negro League in order to make the major leagues strong and popular. When Jackie Robinson left, now you open up the door for other star black players to come and join, because without the so-called Black and Hispanic and Native Indian man playing in your sport, it really ain't no sport. Right. Why? Because we the best. Right. So the white man done what he did 50 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's the same old tactic. Like black people saying, man, you know, I mean, how you gonna fault the man for taking the money, man? Because there's some things that's more important than money, man. That's right. It's called integrity, man. That's right. That's something that we got to learn. We got to learn that, like, in order for us to be successful, in order for us to make it to the top where these other nations is at, somebody gonna have to do this, to make a sacrifice in order to do it. Right. This is what you don't understand. Every kingdom that ever existed in the earth, those people, that kingdom exists because the Greeks had to make a sacrifice in order to have a kingdom. The Egyptians had to make a sacrifice in order to, America is the most powerful kingdom of it all. They had to make a sacrifice in order to become the greatest kingdom. And all of that evil. Even though America is evil was here. Right. So why do I say that? During the time of the Boston Tea Party, what did the colonials do? Did they say we're gonna allow the British to continue over us? You understand? Or did they say we're gonna take their damn tea and throw it in the damn water and build up from the ground up? So don't tell me that sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, won't work. You're gonna have it's gonna be rough. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a long. And that brother taught our people a bad lesson about what it is to sacrifice as a black man in order to help you. Somebody gonna have to sacrifice in order to help black people at the end of the day. You understand? And so what America do? They toss that damn tea in the water, and because they did that, they got rid of the British. You know what I'm saying? And then now you look their own tea. Yeah, and now they got their own tea. Now the British report to America. You see what I'm saying? Now the British, you know what I'm saying, look up to America, like and acknowledge America as the world's superpower. Right. You see what I'm saying? So black Hispanic man, why we can't do the same? Right. You understand? Why we can't make sacrifices, black men? You know, everybody can't lead a hood. Who's left to fix the hood? Right. Like a manager in Hannah, he didn't take the bag. Right. You understand that? Yeah, right. White man came to the manager in Hannah with a amount of money, you know, and told him to stop teaching the truth. He told them to take that bag and shove it up their ass. That's right. You understand? Yeah. Right. This is fact. You understand? Now, I can't say the same for Nasty Nate. Right. You see what I'm saying? And the purple man. Yeah, I ain't got to take that bag. He took it. You see what I'm saying? Like, and once again, ain't nothing wrong with getting money. You know what I'm saying? But once again, it's a time and place for everything. It's times that you should go get the money, and it's times that you ain't. This was the time that brother should not have done that. That's right. You see what I'm saying? But once again, no worry. You know what I'm saying? It ain't on Deion Sanders to reach black and Hispanic. Right. It ain't on, you know, who else? Kanye West. Right. It ain't on Kyrie Irving, huh? The Christian that's growing all that weed. The Christian is on the Christian church. You know what I'm saying? Right. This job here is left to the prophets of God. That's right. You see what I'm saying? GEN.YAHANNA and the men in the I.S.U.P.K, this is our job. And men in here have made sacrifices in order for us to have what? Schools. We got big schools and buildings all over. At one point, we didn't have it. You see what I'm saying? At one point, we didn't have none of this. How did we get it? Men made sacrifices in order to get it. Right. You understand? Y'all go ahead, bro.
If I could, sir. What's so heavy about what you bring out of one is this. Like Deion Sanders just showed how weak, you know what I'm saying, people we look up to are. You know what I'm saying? Like, even Master P, like, this is something that I heard Master P say, right? Mm-hmm. So he said when he started this,
somebody give me money as the boy.
So Master P said when he started, he presented it to record labels. They offered him $1 million. Mm-hmm. So he said he turned down that $1 million and he got on an airplane and his partner was mad at him, like, man, why you need to take that $1 million? He said, if these people offer me $1 million, just imagine how much I'm really worth. Mm-hmm. Deion Sanders don't even understand how much he was really worth to his people. Right. Had he turned down the first bag that the white man offered him.
And that's why I wanted to bring up how much Nick Saban makes. Yeah.
He ain't making Nick Saban money.
He ain't making
Nick
that money.
Saban damn near making $100. I mean, $100 million.
That, you know, niggas making that shit off a record label.
And mind you, Nick Saban ain't ran not one football ever at Alabama. You know, Alabama is in the national championship, I think, every year. And they ain't winning it, they just in it. You know what I'm saying? So what Nick Saban, it ain't that he's a better coach than anybody. Nick Saban know how to do a lot, something that a lot of coaches don't, and that's recruit. More than likely, if you a star running back, you showing up to your crib and passing your daddy a check for $50,000. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to recruit the star athlete, ain't it?
Go ahead, man. Listen, I got a personal story. My partner Andre Smith, who used to play for
Let's not say anybody's name, man. We don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I would, you know what I'm saying?
I flog it.
Go ahead.
He played for Alabama, and I was there when Nick Saban came. You know what I'm saying, to the hood to come and recruit him, and he came with, you know what I'm saying, and all that. Everybody in the hood knew it. He went to Huffman High School. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows he went to go play because this man going out there to get the top athletes. Now I say that to say this: Deion Sanders had him beat because Deion Sanders didn't even have to go to nobody's house. And because who Deion Sanders is, some just play for Coach Prime.
Come on, man.
He didn't have to go to nobody's house. He could have held out, and if they paying Nick Saban $100 million, he could have made $300 million and stood up for all the other black coaches.
Like damn near, you know what I'm saying? Once again, this is our job to fix the people, of course. You know what I'm saying? But it was a feel-good story. You know, it was something that black people felt good about. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I was even planning. Me and the brothers were talking. You know, we went down to Houston. He was like, man, shit, we want to go check out Jackson State. You know, he was doing his thing there. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, playing his little theme music. Black people was loving it. He ain't gonna be, because you imagine him talking about, let me hear my theme music at Colorado. Man, he don't listen. He don't know when he get there. They're gonna be on the sideline calling him. Let him lose a few games. Let him lose a few games. Them white people gonna show you just exactly who you are. Right. And he got the dirty talking about God told him. God ain't told you. You understand? The Bible said we are a separate people according to Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. The Lord wants you to always choose your people over any other race of people. I struggle, sleep on the floor, and sleep with a gun, you know what I'm saying, in order to protect myself, even from my own people. But if it's going to benefit the rise of the black people, then I'm going to do it. You see what I'm saying? And listen, at the end of the day, you remember Deion Sanders, he made a song called Must Be the Money. Right. You understand? I wish we could play it. Because for sure, it was definitely about the money. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Once again, the man of GEN.YAHANNA, you know, he made a sacrifice, you know what I mean, in order for this truth to go. Many men have made, it's gonna take you young cats in the hood to make sacrifices. Y'all just don't know. It ain't Deion Sanders who the Lord looking for. Right. It's you cats that's in the hood, you know what I'm saying, that need to not put down the gun. We ain't telling no man to put down no gun, you know what I'm saying, but you want to take the gun and use it for the right purpose, you know what I'm saying, which is to protect yourself and use it for the real enemy that's to come. You see what I'm saying? So it's you young cats in the hood that who the Lord wants to make a sacrifice, man. You know what I'm saying, and become something brand new and pick up these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. That's what they have. Go ahead.
No, I was just talking about the scripture. Go ahead.
Slide said, what you just said was so heavy. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Money.
Instead of us looking up to these rich people, Kanye West, Kyrie Irving, all these people that's well off, you know what I'm saying? They done left the hood. Yeah. They left the hood and integrated with white society. Right. And they giving all their money and their talents to white people. Yeah. You know, it's up to the ones that everybody in the world hates: the game makers, the drug dealers, all the undesirables. It's up to us to come into the truth and teach the black people morality and efficiently and bring them back to the Most High. You know what I'm saying?
Right there, brother. Read what you got.
And then this scripture right here, I got straight from Commander GEN.YAHANNA. Luke chapter 14, verse 28 through 30. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sit his knot down first and counted the cost.
And do what he's supposed to know. The minute he showed up at Jackson State, it's going to be some serious work that's going to have to be put into this. Right. You see what I'm saying? That's what it means to count the cost. You got to look at the project, you know what I'm saying, or the job that's in front of you and understand what you won't have to do to get this right. Right.
Whether he has sufficient to finish it.
Whether he have what?
Sufficient to finish it.
And listen, he left so early, he didn't give it himself opportunity to see if he has sufficient to finish it. You know what I'm saying? The TV contracts, and you know, of course, was coming. You know what I'm saying? All these things, you know what I'm saying, was coming to this unit, coming to Jackson. You see what I'm saying? But once again, the brother wasn't patient enough in order for us to see it happen. You see what I'm saying? You know?
Verse 29. Let's happen. After he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him.
All that behold it be what?
Begin to mock him.
And that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying, instead of the job being finished, them HBCUs are going to become what they were before he got there. You see what I'm saying? And it's like almost like you see a balloon or ball, and you take that needle and put it in that balloon, and it gets depleted. You know what I'm saying? That's what just happened to HBCU. You see what I'm saying?
If I could, what Deion Sanders, he didn't look, you know, far enough, because he could have been what's the coach that played for that coach Seattle, what's his name, Carroll,
Pete
Carroll. He could have been him standing to HBCs. He could have been actually further than him, just standing at HBCs, HBCU. You know, but he didn't look that far. So now, like you said, he better go over, you know, to Colorado State.
And listen, I don't give a damn how many black players he pulled over at Colorado. It still ain't the same. Like one cat is lost his luster. It's just like, once again, you know what I'm saying, when Viacom took over BET. Right. You see what I'm saying? Remember, BET used to be a black channel. How many of y'all watch BET? Never. You couldn't go a day. You couldn't, when you was at home, you couldn't go an hour without flipping the BET. Now you don't even watch it. Why? Because the cats at the top who actually run BET is Lily White.
Right. Took everything away from it.
You see what I'm saying?
That made it precious.
That made it precious. Now he gonna be over at Colorado. It's just not gonna be the same. Right. I don't give a damn what star athletes he put over there. It's just a bad lesson was taught to our people. You know what I'm saying? So now our people gonna feel like that, man, listen, when they come down to the bag, I got to take the bag in order to sacrifice for my people. Right. Nobody gives a damn about blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You wanna know why we in last place? Because we the underdog, but it's like we get it every time we get a star player, the star player leaves for another team. Right. You see what I'm saying? That's what goes, I'm coming to you, that's what goes on in the hood. Every day you raise up these young cats, they leave the hood and never come back. Right. Never come back and put in the work, you know what I'm saying, of what it's gonna take in order to build up the community. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And the thing about it is, he don't understand that what he just did is when he bring Raina on his to his recruiting thing, and she called herself trying to school the young players as far as the game. You became the whore that she was talking about.
Damn, I ain't even think about that.
You just became that for that man.
I ain't even think about it. For $30 million.
Right. You just became that whore. Right. That you trying to tell your players, look, don't go into the league and do this. Right. Yeah. Don't go after this. Right. And you just literally became that whore.
Damn right.
If I may,
go ahead.
I mean, it's damn near like, and of course, big up for the feast day that's coming up, man.
Yeah, right.
Damn near like back in them days, the Hasmonean dynasty, where all of our people would follow. We had prominent men, but they would all yield to what was going on when the king wanted them to do. You understand? They became friends of the king, but it took men like Eleazar he was one of the chief brothers that they was trying to make him do things that he knew that the youth were gonna see. And he was like, nah, forget that. They trying to open his mouth and make him eat. He spit it in their face. We need those type of men. And you ain't gonna find that in Deion Sanders. You ain't gonna find that in the Christian church. You can stop looking for these sports figures and these actors and all these rich men. It happens with Commander GEN.YAHANNA, the generals, Captain Marvel Quad, all these men that come from up out of the ghetto.
That's right.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Real speaking of the sacrifice, I'm sitting next to a couple of men. It's crazy that both these brothers is here tonight who have made the sacrifice that we're talking about. That's right. You know what I'm saying? The Bob Mob, he was here in the Chicago camp, helped me build the Chicago camp. You understand? If I'm Jordan, this been my pivot. You know what I'm saying? Right here in the Chicago camp, right here. You know what I'm saying? If this brother made a sacrifice, took his whole family, you know what I'm saying, wife and children, and moved to a whole nother state that he's not even from. You see what I'm saying? With basically nothing. What he moved with? Nothing. You see what I'm saying? But he made a sacrifice with nothing. Deion Sanders did that. He was making $300K. I ain't no telling what else. You know what I'm saying? Man, he the one said in the interview, he ain't no hurt for money. He said, I didn't say that. He said that. You see what I'm saying? But you're looking at a brother right here that uprooted his whole family, moved to a city with nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? To help those brothers and sisters in Milwaukee find their way to the world. This is what. So don't tell me that you can't make a sacrifice. This brother didn't make the sacrifice. You see, and he gonna do what? He gonna build a school in there in Milwaukee. He gonna raise up brothers and sisters. That's what sacrifice is all about. Then to my right, this brother here was a part of the Chicago camp, moved to Atlanta, helped raise up, strengthen the Atlanta school. I went down there to visit my grandmother, ran into this brother, you know what I'm saying, which is a very dear brother to me, recruited him to come on back to the Midwest. You understand? Shalaki rocked his eyes. But I had to get my soldier back. Or whatever. You know, he came back, made that move to Milwaukee off the strength of my word. That's brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? That's what you call love, or whatever the case. Wherever Commander GEN.YAHANNA send me, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put the work in, you know what I'm saying, in order for my people to come up. That's right. At the end of the day, as black people, we the underdogs here. You know, we the last place team here. All the star players can't leave, but we gotta start supporting the star players. Right. You understand? The star players are the prophets of God. That's right. You understand? You go to that Bible. That's right. You go to that Bible. The Lord trying to show you who the star players is. That's what the Holy Bible is about. That's why we told you earlier. The Bible is about the book of the niggas. Right. Isaiah is a star player. That's a prophet of God. Right. Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Paul, John, Luke. You understand? Okay, who else? Give me somebody. Moses. Go ahead. Yahweh Christ. God damn. Number one. You open that Bible, you open up the book of the niggas who those are star players, you know what I'm saying, willing to sacrifice it all, you know what I'm saying, to put black people in a position of being on top. Because make no mistake, we ain't in this to try to be equal with America. Right. We ain't in this to try to be hand in hand with white. We far past that out. Right. We don't believe in that doctrine of we didn't try to be equal with white man for 400 years. We on the bottom. Right. Now that ain't like, you know, the white man here. We just about now, we all the way on the bottom. Right. Not only are we under the white man that brought other nations from all other countries and put them on top of us. Right. Now the East Indians, they running the stores in our community. Right. The Arabs, they on top of us. They running stores in our community. Right. The Chinese, they on top of us. They running stores in our community. Right. You wonder why the black man is going crazy. He living in a community where the dollar don't even circulate not one time. Right. I think the money be in our hand 30 minutes and it leaves the black community. And you wonder why black men are going out of the way. It's the doctrine of this place, man. Right. With America. That's right. Then you go to these universities, who you see there? White people, China, all the nations of this thing. White people, Chinese. I worked at Northwestern, right there in Epsom. At landscape. I was amazed at how many Chinese people I seen. Arabs I seen. Wow. That Arab on the corner store sucking the money out the ghetto
you know what I'm saying, out the worst ghetto in the world, and meanwhile paying for his kid to go to a prestigious university like Northwestern. Off of your money that he get from you every goddamn week. You see what I'm saying? And then what we left to do? Go to jail. Right. You understand? Yeah, play sports. And basically, if you can't play, it's everybody. It's only a certain amount of positions in the NBA. A couple of hundred. It's a million black men. Everybody ain't gonna make it. So so if you ain't got a, like they said, if you ain't got a wicked jump shot, you can't run a football. Where's left for you to go? The prison. Right. You gonna turn either basketball, football, or the prison system. That's right. Where they can make money off of. We are in one hell of a predicament. And the thing about it is, even though we're in this predicament, you know what they tell you? Stop blaming the white man. Right. When he the one that's doing it to us. Right. You know what I'm saying? He the one we didn't come. Did we jump on a slave ship ourselves? Did we say willingly walk on a slave ship and say, I want to go on slavery in America? Let me put me in chains. Did we get over here and say, take away our nationality? Did we go tell the white man, come bring drugs in our neighborhood and destroy us? Right. Did the white man, all the white man got to do, the white man controls your life with the stroke of a pen. Right. You know what I'm saying? All he do is say, listen, black man can't be in the home. You know, if black man or woman is getting assistance from us, he can't be in the house. Put that in the law. That's a law. Now you out of the house. Right. But you telling us this man ain't the devil. Right. You see what I'm saying? With the UPK, you dealing with men. We didn't figure it out. Right. We gonna say something about it now. Right. When y'all scared to say something, these niggas we roll with here, we ain't worried about no money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting no goddamn money. I got a food stamp card. They're proud of it. See what I'm saying? They're proud of it. That's everything. Food stamp card. Right. Sometimes I use my yard's food stamp card. I owe them $2 now. You see what I'm saying? But the point of it is, you can't force with no money. Right. There's no amount of money that the white man can come to me right now and say, stop teaching black people that each other. Right, right. Y'all done?
So like you said, I wanted to see if this was a precept for what you come on with. Matthew chapter 4 and verse 8. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain and sheweth him all the kingdoms of the world.
Damn, that's powerful. You see that? like he tried to woo Christ with the kingdoms of the world. Right. Meanwhile, Christ told Satan, get behind me, man. Right. Deion Sanders got wooed with Colorado University. Right. Hey, listen, he was so wooed by the man was so disrespectful. You understand? Did y'all see when they won the last game or the SWAC championship? Hurry up. Did you see him? Listen, you ain't seen him, did you? The man was so disrespectful when they won the SWAC championship. And, you know, they had a trophy ceremony at the end. Y'all ain't seen this? The brother was so disrespectful because he got on the plane that same day and went to Colorado. He was so disrespectful. The first thing he did was push this thing. He damn near pushed his rib off the stage. Right. He just hurried her along like, go. She was like, damn, I'm doing like that. That's number one. You see what I'm saying? Number two, when they doing the setting up for the ceremony, he telling the people that's setting up for the ceremony, the president of the university and everybody, he's telling them do this. He's telling them this. Hurry up, man. Hurry up. Hurry up. I can't make this up. I tell him, come on, man. He's like, hurry up. You know, a trophy, sir. He's telling them I gotta go, hurry up. That's how. So you can't tell us that he wasn't hungry for the money. Right. He, like any nigga, he trying to hurry up for these white people change their mind. That's the mentality. Right. Because why else would you be on the stage telling people that even the president was looking like, damn, slow down, nah? You see what I'm saying? He on the stage, unprofessional as hell, telling the people, man, hurry up, hurry up. Who does that? Right. That's what money hungry men do. Right. They throw all morals away. They don't give a damn about their people. They care about that money. Right. I was driving a lift up a day, and the black dude I'm riding with straight out told me, I love the white man's money. That's what he said. You see what I'm saying? No, God. And so because of it, you know what I'm saying, we lose all integrity, you know what I'm saying? All morality go out of the window because I love the money.
Right.
Women strip. Why? Because they got to get money.
Right.
Guys sell drugs to one another and destroy their own wives. They got to get money. He took more money to go to Colorado University. You know what I'm saying? Because what? He got to get the money. Right. Got to get the bag, Cap. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, give me love for the love of money. I think I let him read.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
For the love of money.
For what?
For the love of money.
For the love of money. Read.
Is the root of all evil.
That's the point. Listen, I like money, you know what I'm saying, but I don't love money. Meaning, you don't, it's not wrong to want to get money or have money, but when you take money and love it above the morality, above, how can I say, above the law, statutes, and commandments. Right. When you take money and you put it before God's laws and your integrity, that means you love money more than anything. Right. And when you live like that, you're gonna fall on your face.
Right. Mm-hmm. Which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith.
They have what?
Erred from the faith.
See that? They have erred from the faith, or whatever the case may be. Right. Now, once again, Deion Sanders ain't in the truth. You know what I'm saying? He is not the savior. It's not his job to fix black people. But once again, we can't get away from the fact that he taught black people a bad lesson about sacrifice.
That's right.
And he deserves some backlash, man.
Right.
He deserves it. I know y'all don't want to hear it. You know, he want to put his family in his better position. I mean, come on, man. We didn't heard it all. See what I'm saying? His son still would have went to the NFL. Some of your best all-time players is from Black University.
Right.
Walter Payton, considered what? The greatest running back of all time. Is from the black school. Harry Rice, right, considered the greatest receiver of all time. He's from a black university. So we can't say that, you know what I'm saying, if our kids gonna go to a black university, that they still ain't gonna be able to be great professionals in the long run. That's all that right there is something that we telling ourselves. It's like almost like we so racist against, we just hate ourselves in this place. Right. If a black man open up a corner store right now across the street from an Air corner store, whose store you think you're gonna go to? Right. I'm telling you, whose store? You don't realize how much we hate one another. Right. You see what I'm saying? It's right where I was standing on east of 60th. It was a corner store on 61st, a black owned corner store. Every time I ride past it, I ain't seen not one soul in that store. Mm-hmm. Not one. So after a while, you know what's gonna happen to that. It's gonna go out of business. Right. You see what I'm saying? That's why Christ said, you know what I'm saying, we gotta love ourselves. Right. You see what I'm saying? More than we love these other nations. Right. We're trying to love these other nations. You understand? Right. Where we at with it, man? Go ahead.
And pierce themselves through with many sorrows.
Mm-hmm. With many sorrows. Whatever. He gonna find out real quick. You know what I'm saying? You know, we gonna see if God with him up there in Colorado. Right. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Anything else before we close the thing out? Anybody? Hey, listen, man. I'm Captain Marquardt. This has been the round table of truth. You know what I'm saying? Officer Bob Martin in my hand.
I'll be out there one day. So I'm gonna be up there one day.
Yeah, he'd like to be up. Why want me to take him off that technical? I see the David on it. But listen, man, we under command of GEN.YAHANNA. This is the I.S.U.P.K. You know what I'm saying? 1 West 125th Street, y'all in New York. We out.
Yeah, don't have messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick. quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaselina like my Nina Puffer for. Took a Zach, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang-Chi. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Hopper free. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them U.P.K rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that business like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it.